Hey, so, slight problem here. So I was recording, Netflix had their Geeked Week thing where they showed a clip from Arcane because it's part of, like, them hyping up, all the new shows they've got coming out. So they showed a whole new clip from Arcane, a 2 minute and 35 bit of trailer, from the show. And I was obviously watching that, and I was recording a live reaction thing to basically the whole Netflix Geeked Week stream. Although I was really only interested in Arcane. And then I recorded that, and then I posted it, or I tried to post it, I uploaded it, and then immediately it got hit with a hard, complete ban. Like a full ban, completely on showing it anywhere in the world, ever, for any reason. Like, and this is unusual. Usually a company like Netflix would only claim the ad revenue, like copyright claim, demonetize a clip that you upload where you're reacting to like a trailer or whatever. But this was like a hard block, like a rock solid hard block. You can't show this to anyone. This is blocked worldwide forever now. Fuck you. That's unusual. Netflix doesn't usually do that, but I think I know why. It's because during their live stream, when they were showing it off and first showing the clip, you couldn't pause that live. Well, you could pause the live stream, but the live stream wouldn't archive, right? Like you couldn't scroll back and forth. You couldn't rewind. So when you unpaused, you'll just have jumped forward to wherever the hell the live stream is now. So when I was watching the trailer for the first time, I couldn't pause, right? So I just had to play the whole trailer unedited from start to finish with just like trying to talk over it in little bits and pieces. And then after the trailer was done, I sat there, like, while the Netflix Geek Week stream was going on, and I just sort of talked through my thoughts, and like, okay, this thing happened, that thing happened, but I can't go back and look at anything, god damn it, and was really annoyed by that. So I can't show you any of that bit, because that was unedited trailer footage, and Netflix will not allow me to show you that. So what I can show you is, after the clip had been played on Netflix Geeked Week, they then uploaded the trailer or made the trailer public on their YouTube channel so I could go and watch just the trailer, and then I could pause, and then I could go through it bit by bit and speculate on things. But so I can show you that, but you're going to hear me refer back to a whole bunch of stuff I said during the initial reaction and a whole bunch of things I was wondering about during the initial reaction. That's not going to make any sense to you because you don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I can't show you that. So this is going to be a little jank. Sorry about that, but on the bright side, I guess, Netflix did spoil, when they sent me the copyright claim for the trailer footage, they did include in the copyright claim, like, we're claiming this footage from Arcane Season 2 episode number, right? They gave me the episode number of when this clip happens, which means I now know something about the timeline of Arcane, that maybe I wasn't supposed to know yet. It did confirm a few things for me, so I guess thanks for that, Netflix, but okay, sure. I mean, I don't know anything more than the people who've been watching the leaks do, I guess. So, whatever. But yeah, that's the situation. So this is going to be a little bit scuffed. Sorry about that. Not really much I can do. So enjoy, I guess. Okay. He's butterfly weight? Okay. Yeah, no, okay. Please tell me this isn't like in 1440. Enhanced bitrate, I'll take it. So that's the guy. That's the fight promoter guy, right? And he doesn't seem to be particularly enthused by this. Which makes me wonder, is this him... Again, timeline, right? Is this him seeing Vi fight for the first time and deciding to be a promoter? It can't be. I was kind of hoping. I would kind of have hoped they would use the fight promoter from Legends of Runeterra, the arena kingpin. That would have been kind of nice. But hey, cool to see more Yordles? Question mark? Is he a Yordle? Is that what he's supposed to be? But yeah, that is the guy that Vi, like, that is Silco's old goon, right? Like the guy she beat up in Stillwater Hold. So that's everyone voting for him, clearly. Like, who've bet money on him. And then he turns around and he sees that it's Vi. Gadoosh. Now, Vi, do you have long hair yet? I don't think you do you? No. Wait, so does that mean this music video is the time skip? That's like her for months and months or maybe a year? Because she grows her hair pretty long by the end. Oh, no, he's betting on her. He's got her thing with the double wolves thing. Okay. Seriously, some lesbians are gonna be acting rather unwise, I think, about this version of Vi. But yeah, no, she doesn't have long hair yet. Oh wait, no, she does. She does have long hair. Yeah, but that's not... Is that as long as it is... I think it must be. I think so. This must be post-time skip because she has long hair. Right, so my original timeline still holds up. It opens Act 1 with the police raid that goes wrong, Jinx, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess her cop friend from that strike force is like, you know what else we could do with our time? And then he's the one who suggests this to her, I guess? Or, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just as a means to help her, like, deal with all the shit she's been going through. Okay, lots of flashing lights here, clearly. And there's gonna be a lot of them, because I'm gonna frame by frame my ass all the way through this. Oh yeah, it's gonna flash a lot. It's like here, clearly, like we start on a high note, right? Like everything's good, we've got money, we've got drink, we're gonna party, we're gonna like forget the world, we're gonna shove everything else away, and like we're gonna live day to day with like nothing but fights and drugs and money and booze and right. That's the idea, right? So, question, is that fucking shimmer inside these people's masks? Like, is that just casual shimmer use that's still happening in the underground? So we have a Vestaya. It must be a Vestaya. They've never clarified who exactly the species are in Arcane, I don't think. But this must be a Vestaya, right? Like like Jericho from the Fishmonger shop. Man, character design, dude. I love Mr. Pugilist here. Oh, I say, put him up, chaps. And just... I really like the animation work here. Like, that's not... Like, you'd think you could just sort of copy-paste the rig, right? Like, from one character to another in order to sort of match their movements through rapid cuts like this. Not that easy. It really isn't. That's one of the bat creatures that we see who were, like, members of the Firelights at one point and walking... Again, don't know if those guys have Vestaya either. Look at the fucking smears, man. Look at the smears! I've always loved this so much about Arcane, like the studious way in which Fortiche like makes the decision between which effects are we going to generate as like 3D VFX and which ones are we going to like literally scribble onto the fucking thing as like part of a painting technique. So stuff like impact frames like this. Here's another question. I see the blue nail, and I immediately kind of go, wait, Jinx? But then on the other hand, Jinx's nails tended to be kind of frayed and fucked up. And also, at this point, would Jinx have her prosthetic finger yet? Well, we can't quite see, can we? But yeah, this is the shot we've gotten already. I like the mask, dude. Look at that. Look at the doubling, right? Like, the fist is actually here, but we get, like, this snap, kadoosh. And I like the effortlessness. Like, you can see how effortless it is for Vi at this point, right? Just whoosh, whoosh, kadonk. And clearly it's also a way for her to exercise, like, whatever demon she's got going on inside of her. It's the good times. But then I like that cross-cut. Because, like, we get Vi, like, throwing her head underwater, and then, like, this of, like, where she's presumably, like, beating the shit out of some other fighter. And then we get the pull, like, sort of, you get this match cut where she pulls her head up out of the water. But it's like, oh, she's beating up on herself, is what's happening. Right? Like, it's... She's punishing herself. That's what this scene is about. I like that. Brom? That guy does... That's not just me, right? That guy looks a little like Brom. Like, more than a bit. Huh. Is that a sly reference? And then we get, like, this sort of classic character going through it shot, where, like, the static overhead shot, where we just change the lighting and some few details about the room to sort of show the progression of time as they clearly fall more and more apart. Like, you can literally see it, like, how the room falls more and more apart, how Vi falls more and more, there's more and more bottles. So that would be Caitlyn's family crest, right? I wonder about the graffiti on the walls here. The dog there seems relevant, because they're introducing the idea of Vi as, like, this Hound of Hell, in the same way that Vander was the Hound of the Lanes, right? Vi has this two-headed Cerberus sort of thing going on with her, like, each fist. And of course, Caitlyn is smiling at her. Right, and literally, the image is breaking, right? Like, it's this thing that she's trying to do to put everything out of her head is not working, because Caitlyn is there haunting her, Jinx is there haunting her. And so, like, the reflection is breaking. A broken reflection was, in Season 1, also one of Jinx's recurring visual motifs, like this shattered mirror, broken reflection. That was over and over and over again with her. That was very much part of, like, her thing. Right, and the character design also reflects it, right? Like, that Vi is also getting progressively more and more beaten up, more and more smeared, more and more dirty, as she's, like, losing her ability to hold it all together. Again, lovely match cut transition into, like, the dancing. Because, again, like, in much the same way, the fighting is self-punishment, so all of this fucking partying, same thing. I do wonder about the other characters in this shot. Like, is there gonna be some kind of fucking Easter egg in the background here? Right, everywhere. And this is the fucking guy from the last drop when she beat up Savika. It's one of Silco's old goons. Then match cutting back to... And, like, even here, like, in the fight, they still do the thing where, like, clearly this is, like... This is also Vi at the party realizing that that's not fucking Caitlyn in front of her and responding appropriately. And again, clearly, this guy is, like... He's, like, holding it together for her a lot. Like, he's doing a lot to sort of, like, prop her up against her own worst impulses. But, but it's not really working. And you like literally they start together, right? Like they start partying together, jumping up and down together, then they're just drinking together, then Vi is sort of like pawing at him for more, even though he kind of knows that she shouldn't have more, and now they're drifting apart completely, right? Like again, hyper compressed storytelling, which again Arcane is very fond of doing. You see the whole arc playing out of how Vi is just spiraling and self-destructing, right? Like it's not just that she's punishing herself, she's also intentionally blowing up her relationships, right? Like specifically like this one, which is like her last tether. And you can see it there, like we get that thing of like he's trying to help her. Like clearly this is like a scene where he's like, hey, listen, kid, I like you, but you gotta get things together. And she's like, fuck off, I don't need you to tell me what to do. Right? It's that kind of a scene, just going by the acting there. Right. And now he's gone. Right? She's raising a glass with no one. And again, I don't think Jinx here is a ghost, because we don't get the thing where we don't get the cross-cut perspective where Vi is looking and seeing someone. Jinx seems to be there entirely independent of Vi's perspective. But I think, like, additionally to Jinx probably being there in diegesis, I think the idea is also that, like, Jinx is right, like, hovering over Vi's shoulders, like sort of emotionally in terms of her mental state, that Jinx is also like constantly haunting her mind, and so much of what she's been doing down here is trying to put Jinx out of her mind and try and forget about her and like leave it behind and disengage. And now that it's falling apart, now that it's no longer working, the ghost of Jinx, like that haunting, is coming back together. And then there's the scream from Caitlyn, right? Which, like, in part, you can see that as, like, her emotions, her feelings for Caitlyn literally screaming for her to fucking address them already. Could also be a thing, like, maybe Caitlyn fucking screamed at her after Jinx killed her mom, which, again, I'm just assuming it's gonna be the case. But that's like also with the music, like this is all primal screaming, right? Like this is all clearly this is a scream of pain and a scream for help from Vi. And then we get like revenge from all of the fighters that she's taken down before. Okay, no, he has hair on his head, so he doesn't look that much like Braum. Oh well. Braum would also never punch Vi that way. What are you... But yeah, so that's like a quick music video, compressed bit of storytelling. Literally just telling the story of Vi having a severe identity crisis and spiraling deeply out of her own control. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything new. Right, there wasn't anything new, because that's just clips from the previous trailer they put out. November 9th. A month. Less than a month. Less than a month. In a month it'll be over, almost. Like, in a month it'll be Act 3. Ooh, okay. Alright. Yeah, so I don't think there's as much meat on this as there was with the scene they put out for Season 1. In part because this is shorter, to a certain extent. Well, maybe not that much shorter, but I still really hope they'll put out more stuff for Arcane. Speaking of which, I should probably check. They're not doing anything over on the Netflix Geeked Week still, are they? They're doing... Oh,
The kitten skin! You guys got the kitten skin.
The winner is the kitten, and that'll be available for all players shortly after Squid Game Unleashed is available globally.
Oh, it's the Squid Game video game. Yeah.
In in-game skins
Literally fucking
Sublime
inventing the Torment Nexus. That's still very fucking funny to me.
That's right. And just a reminder that Squid Game Unleashed will be available to play for free for all active Netflix subscribers.
That's not really an applause line, my dude. Okay, I don't think they're showing anything else.
Sit tight, everyone. We're going to get to One Piece in a moment.
They're not showing anything else from Arcane, but okay.
But first, let us tell you about this awesome sci-fi series coming to Netflix in
Okay.
2025.
Well, I don't think I'm going to stick around for One Piece.
Based on a groundbreaking Argentine graphic novel, debuted almost 70
I got
years
Arcane.
ago.
That's what I wanted. So that, yeah, there we go. Maybe I don't know if maybe I'll edit this. I think I'll edit this so that we don't have all of this nonsense happening here. So you'll probably not have seen the preceding 25 minutes of me sitting through this thing in order to get to the Arcane clip. So, yeah. That was Arcane. Bye.